Hi guys, Grammar Guru here. Today we're going to talk about question versus command. So number 1, what are the ingredients in your drink? And number 2, list the ingredients in your drink. One of these is a question and the other one is a command, or we call this the imperative. Which one is which? Okay, so number 1 is a question, so we'll just put a question mark there. And number 2 is the imperative. As you can see, with number 1, what is the subject of the sentence? Are, you've got the verb to be, and then the ingredients is the object of the sentence. So, with number 2, we start off with a verb in the base form, list. We also call this the infinitive. So, list the ingredients in your drink. Ugh, that's my little smoothie I made a bit earlier. I'm not going to list them for you right now, but I do write a gluten-free blog, so maybe later I can tell you what I put in there. So with number 2, we don't even need a full stop. We certainly don't put a question mark. That's a common mistake that school teachers make when they write exams. Okay, so number 3, why is the kangaroo well suited to the Australian environment? And number 4, describe the kangaroo's adaptations to the Australian environment. The kangaroo is a very hardy animal, by the way. But no, they don't jump around all over the city. Usually when you drive out to the country, you'll see them. So, number 1 is a question, isn't it? Okay. Once again, this is our subject. Then we have our verb to be. Then we've got our object. Okay. Number 4, we're starting off with a verb in the base form. And we don't need a full stop, and we don't need a question mark. Alright, why don't you have a look at number 5 and number 6. Who is the Prime Minister of Australia? And identify the Prime Minister of Australia. They're asking the same thing, aren't they? But they're two different ways of doing it. The first one is, it's a question, isn't it? However, the second one is the imperative, identify, verb in the base form. Once again for number 5, who is the subject, is verb to be, then we have our object, the Prime Minister. Okay, just as a bit of a summary, here are some question words to give you a clue that it's a question, and they usually come at the beginning of the sentence. So we have how much, how many, and how often. Who, when, why, which, where, whose, and what. So that'll give you a clue that it's a sentence that is a question. Alright, now this gives you a clue that it's the imperative, which isn't even a sentence because it doesn't have a subject or an object. It's just a command. So, words like list, this is for all the school teachers out there writing exams and topic tests. Describe, justify, analyze, discuss, and evaluate. And those words will give your students a clue as to how they're supposed to respond so they can obtain maximum marks. I hope this has been helpful, and good luck.